Good morning and welcome to the annual Art Women's Wrestling Media Day. I'm your host, Tony Hager of iawrestle.com. We are next joined by the head coach of the Central Methodist Eagles, Brianna Delgado and Lillian Goff. Appreciate you. I knew I was going to mess that up, even though we even talked about it. I love it. This is, we've been going around the heart, talking to women's programs just about the excitement of the year. At the end of the day, one of the toughest conference in the country, in the NAIA. So, thank you both for taking the time. How are you both doing today?
I'm doing great. We just had a great morning practice, a little fun practice, nothing too crazy, nothing too hard. Just because it is our homecoming week, so we like to have fun days during those weeks. In the sense of like different themes. Today was crazy sock day and what
bring anything but a water bottle.
Yeah.
Okay.
It was pretty fun.
What'd you bring, Lillian?
I actually brought a glass pumpkin with a ladle.
Okay. Nice. It is Halloween. It's Halloween. So I love keeping keeping it fun, coach. And last year you guys had a stellar season. You had a national champion, national runner up, and when you build in program, that's what you want to see for individual success, but overall as a team, how excited were you for your individuals and as a team aspect of how you competed.
I mean, I was obviously super excited. It's probably one of our best years that we've had, but I mean, building up into starting from the program from year one to where we were last year, it was awesome. And even though as a whole, we might not be where we were last year, I still feel individually we are still equally as strong. And I don't want to say like our foot's off the gas pedal as much as people may think. And I think we're going to surprise a lot of people with that.
Well, other than being creative with anything but a water bottle, I want you to introduce Lillian to us and why she's here representing your program.
Yeah, of course. Lillian's been our captain for 3 years. Was a captain her freshman year. Just pretty much, she's a really solid kid. Does everything right. School, wrestling. She listens to me. I mean, what else more can you have? You know. But other than that, really, I mean, she's just an overall well-rounded student, and that's what I look for captains. Just because sometimes the captain's not really that dog, but there's somebody that does everything that needs to be done, but she is a dog too, so don't take it like that, but yeah, she's an athletic training major. She's amazing. She's makes my day better sometimes, so that's always nice.
Yeah, no, I mean, you got to have that person that represents your program on and off the mat. And, as someone that is a team leader, obviously you want individual success. We always want to take care of ourselves first, right? But to see Caitlin and JC, make that national championship last year, how excited were you? And then also, how do you take that into this season to, push other, your teammates to say, hey, this could be you, right? This could be me. This could be you.
I was really excited to see them go all out. I thought that was awesome just because I've never been in part of an experience like that. My freshman year, when I got injured, I wasn't able to go to the national tournament, but I was still supporting them off and on the mat the best I could. I think it's awesome, and especially practicing with the newcomers this year, and even the ones that have been coming back, they're just getting better and better each year, and I think they're going to surprise us all.
So what's some of your personal goals, after seeing that, being, you said being able to experience that and kind of feel that, right? As how exciting that is to see your friend and teammate have that experience. So did it change your personal goals and the way you're going about this season?
When I first came here, I definitely had the goal of placing in the national tournament at the least. Like that was my top goal that I wanted really bad. So when I didn't get that last year, it made my heart kind of set to that point. Like I need to get my grind on. I need to step it up a little bit, do a little bit more each day. and just try my best in every way possible, work on certain things that need to be fixed, just fixing little things that could help in the longer run. And honestly, that just stepped it up for me.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. Like, success breeds success, right? I'm sure coaches probably said something to that light, right? And then last year was successful for you, coach. You third place finish in the heart of again, one of the toughest conferences in the country, Hart freshman of the year, conference tournament, most outstanding wrestler. Um, Postseason was good to you. I mean, to you as a program. So, having that success is always great, but, keeping that momentum going, right? So how do you come from that high to, coming down a little bit to leveling out to make sure that you're ready to go here in 2024?
I think this year is really just about pacing, where we're gonna peak, what tournaments we go to, what all events, who's all wrestling, making sure the kids are getting mat time, but not too much in the sense of to where it's actually breaking down their bodies. And sometimes people are like, oh, there's no such thing as too much mat time. Well, there is at higher levels. You have to be smart about where we're wrestling, what you're picking, where you're choosing. That's why the Olympics is 4 years long. Like it's a journey. It's hard, and it's a hard one too. Obviously I'm not saying college wrestling is the Olympics, but I mean, it should be treated as still a higher level journey with a lot of competitiveness, definitely with on the women's side, because we are trying to still reach that senior level too. So we're doing our college season with our senior season. That's a lot of wrestling. So it definitely has to be about how we're pacing, where we're going, what we're wrestling. And then obviously the energy. We're women, obviously, so you got to make sure that they're all in the right set of minds, moods, and that they're getting what they need from me as a coach, and I'm providing that for them, and then also just getting what they need from each other.
Are you saying you have different moods?
No,
I didn't say you.
No, I agree. No, we do. I
I
can
just met. I
tell when the
just met.
team is on. This week we've had a great week actually. And we've been almost on every single day. So that's kind of nice. I'm waiting for that shoe to fall though, when it's gonna be. I feel like it might be Tuesday actually, even though that's Halloween, but it's still that week of our first event, and I think Monday will be fine because we've been having solid Mondays since we've started mat practices. So I'm not really worried about Monday.
Well, coach, I mentioned some of the individual honors, right? But at the end, I didn't forget about you, coach of the year. And as a coach, we don't coach to get those individual honors, right? But it's also always good to be recognized for your hard work on and off the mat with these young women. So, what did that mean for you personally?
Personally for me, when I received that award, it was more of the sense that like, yes, I know it says coach of the year for the conference and everything, and to me it's just more of like, I see it more of like the kids actually applying what's going on in practice in their matches versus something that I'm doing. Like, yes, I'm coaching them, but it's more of them actually taking what I'm saying, listening, trusting, believing, and then having that affect like their matches.
And the coach of the year is kind of as far as your bosses, reassurance that you're doing the right thing, right? So that's always good. But for the women that are looking to you for guidance, that reassures them too. That, I mean, they already know that you're great, right? But I want you just to sit back a little bit and kind of look at your program and the young women that you have coming back this year. Other than who you got sitting next to you, who are some of those impact wrestlers that we need to be in within the heart that we need to be on the lookout for?
Oh man, I feel like we still have a good solid bunch. I mean, we just put in rankings and everything a couple of days ago. I believe second semester, one of our freshman sophomore blend kind of thing, Tyler Richardson would be a great person to watch. I believe Emma Cole would be a great person to watch. He's coming in as a transfer. Nani Justice would be another good person to watch. I think a sleeper that a lot of people aren't going to know, Emily Newman, she's going to be a good one to watch. 4. She'll probably be around that 30, 36 area too. Gosh, I mean, we have a couple big kids. I have my 70s bumped up to 91 this year, so that's going to be pretty nice to see how she does there. So I'm super excited. Obviously we have Sky Reland. She's doing really solid too in practices, and then obviously Allison Hines, she's doing solid at practice as well. I mean, like, I feel like I can talk solid about all my girls.
Yeah, I didn't mean to put you on the spot. I don't mean to put you on the spot, but
No, that's all
um,
good.
well, Lillian, as now being with the program, you said this is your
Yes.
third season, right? So, incoming freshmen, and some of them have some of that freestyle experience, and some of them have a little bit of freestyle experience, I'm assuming, with your program. What's kind of been some of the advice that you've been able to give to them to, when they step foot on in the practice room, and maybe they get their butt kicked a little bit, because that is a big level to jump from high school to college, right? I mean, I got to imagine you took your lumps as well. So what advice have you been able to pass on to some of those incoming freshmen?
One thing I definitely tell them all, and I've stuck to it myself, that when you are on the mat and you're winning, you're figuring things out. That's awesome. But if you're losing, you're learning. The best way to learn is by mistakes. So when you make those mistakes, you are learning yourself on how to do better, what to do better, how to get back up, how to make those corrections. So that's definitely the number one thing I tell all freshmen and incomers that are like that knowledgeable about freestyle.
Is it now like is it a style that do you like it better than folk style?
I have definitely grown to love it way more than folk style. I like neutral a lot, so I am a big shooter. So I like to get on my feet, take those shots, do what I can on top if I can. If not, we're right back up to what I like.
Yeah. I mean, we've seen a couple of events. I'm curious to get both your thoughts. Is we've seen a couple of events now already on the men's side of 3-point takedowns. I know Super 32 had, and the women's had 3-point takedowns here last weekend. What are your thoughts on that? Is it a game changer for you? Like to see that? Like what's kind of the overall feeling?
Just like with the 3-point takedown and everything.
Yeah.
I mean, I feel like it's not necessarily a game changer. I think if anything, it makes more sense because you want takedowns to be higher value anyways. Like in freestyle, like our throws are higher values because they're worth more, they're harder to do, you know. So of course they're gonna be worth more points. Folk style, you don't really have throws or anything like that. You have your tilts and your turns and all that. So, and a reversal and an escape. But to me, it's like it makes sense to make sure that that takedown is worth something.
I think it'll definitely add into like more action into a match, just because I've heard a lot of the guys just here talk about that they don't have to do much if they don't have to. I mean, smaller points are easy. They're not as rewarding. They want more points to get that bigger reward. They were always jealous because we would get our 4-point moves and the crowd goes wild, and then they get a 2-point takedown and it's 2.
Yeah.
It's not like a big 3 or 4. But I
Yes.
think it'll definitely help out in matches and keep action going.
Yeah, and that's just what I like about women's wrestling at the collegiate level is there are those big moves. It rewards the aggressive wrestler to go and get takedown to a lace, or get a takedown to a gut, whatever it may be, or those high flying throws, which you just don't get that in folk style. So I'm kind of always on the fence of whether we should have freestyle at the collegiate level or just get rid of folk style. And obviously you ladies have had to embrace freestyle. So you mentioned this, coach, of just kind of like being on that senior circuit of having when you recruit young women to come to your program, is it not just only to coach them at the collegiate level, but you want them reaching that senior level, those senior level goals?
Yeah, 100%. Like if that's their goals, then that's what I want to be able to help them achieve. Obviously, I always like to try to personally for me, I like to cater to the kid I'm like recruiting. So like if their goals are to reach that, then yeah, let's do it. I almost cursed. I'm sorry. Like yeah, let's like go full force. Let's do that, you know? But if their goals are literally to just do the 4 years to try to become an All-American and, you know, stick through program, stick through wrestling, that's really tough, become a nursing degree or an AT or a teacher or whatever it may be, then that's what I want. I want their success to be my success. And that's normally how it happens. And I feel that's how I ended up with the coach of the year for conference award last year, is because their success was my success. And it's not me being like, oh, I'm so amazing. It's no, they're amazing. They listen, they apply it. That's why I got it.
Absolutely. Well, we'll end on that note, and we wish you, you know, continued success, you know, obviously within the heart, but on the national, you know, the national scene, just representing obviously our conference here in women's wrestling in general. So I really appreciate the time. Now I'm gonna look at like a pumpkin thing a lot differently now. I'm not sure why. I mean, it just
That
for some
Dollar
reason that's
General.
it's just like sticking into my head. Yeah, Dollar General, get it for 99 cents. I appreciate both of you, and wish you the best of luck.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.